Hello. We all talked about how to sign the word public. Well, when I was growing up, I signed public like hearing. My grandfather, he was deaf. He taught my mom to sign public like hearing as well. So I signed public as like hearing. My sophomore year in high school, I transferred to a public school. I realized that I wanted to connect with some public school friends because we were all the same. But I know if you're talking about transferring to a public school, it feel like that school is really just hearing people and they don't have deaf students. Public school means that the school's open to anyone, any students, whether they're deaf, hearing, black or white, Asian or Indian. It doesn't matter. Anyone. It's open to all students. And it's the same as mainstream. My preferential choice is to not sign mainstream. I'm not a mainstream student. Why? Because if I go to a public school, public means that it's open to anyone all over the area. If I label myself as a mainstream student because I'm deaf, I'm the deaf minority. But how do you label black students? Are they mainstream students? Because they're the minority? My school was mostly white people. We had a group of minority students, but they weren't labeled as mainstream students. Are deaf students labeled as mainstream students? You know, if the deaf students are special, I wanted to feel a part of a public school. It doesn't matter if they're deaf. It doesn't matter. We're all the same and we're all equal. But that's just how I've always chose to sign public like hearing. I don't like to sign it like mainstream. I've seen it fingerspelled before, and I've seen public also signed like broad-minded. I mean, it doesn't matter if you sign public like hearing or if you sign it open-minded or if you fingerspell it, it's all right. It really doesn't matter. But if you want to sign it like mainstream, I mean, that's your choice. But this is just my point of view.